Former head of MI5 says Zach Polanski is a security risk. His words were blunt. This man, he said, is really dangerous. Sir Richard Dearlove, former chief of Britain's Secret Intelligence Service from 1999 to 2004, has criticised the Green Party leader Zach Polanski and his views on defence and foreign policy. His intervention follows the Greens' shock by-election victory last night in Gorton and Denton. And it centres on one issue: national security. Dearlove described Polanski's approach to geopolitics as verging on the absurd and incredibly naive. He criticised the Green leader's past positions on things like leaving NATO, on reconsidering Britain's nuclear deterrent, on rethinking military alliances. He also expressed deep concern about suggestions the UK could shift towards alternate security partnerships outside of existing Western structures. Who? The Muslims? Zach Polanski is a good Jewish boy? Man's a moron. For a former intelligence chief to come out and comment on this is very unusual. He said, but the concern is that of strategic stability. He's saying the Greens, and in particular Zach Polanski, must never have power. Polanski has previously argued that Britain should reconsider its reliance on NATO and reduce dependence on the United States for defence. That's the position of someone who wants his country destroyed. He's proposed a more European-focused security approach and questioned the UK's current military alliances. Supporters say this reflects a different vision of foreign policy, yes, a disastrous one. Critics say it risks weakening national defence, and of course there within is the divide. Dearlove also raised concerns about broader political dynamics. He warned that the potential alliance between left-wing parties and the Greens could, in his view, pose risks to national security policy. He re-emphasised the fact that the Greens remain far from power, but argued their growing profile deserves incredible scrutiny. The comments come, of course, after the Greens secured a major by-election victory, actually, by utterly destroying the Labour Party in the Greater Manchester election last night. But party leaders say the result shows growing support for their position. It shows there's an awful lot of very stupid, naive people in the world. They argue it signals wider political change. Of course, it does no such thing. Critics say it reflects protest votes because everyone's unhappy with Starmer. And that, of course, is absolutely true. But before becoming the Green Party leader in 2025, Polanski served in the London Assembly and previously worked as an actor and in other roles, such as being a tit whisperer. He joined the Greens in 2017, rose rapidly through the party's ranks, winning the leadership with a strong internal support. His political agenda, though, emphasises environmental policy, social justice, and major changes to foreign policy. And this from a man who is remarkably uneducated, incredibly stupid, and thinks that hypnotism can make boobs bigger. Well, I've got to be honest, it's worked for him. He's gone from being nobody to being Britain's biggest tit. But the debacle and debate continues and runs to a deeper divide, I think, in British politics. Traditional security alliances or new strategic approaches, nuclear deterrence or disarmament, continuity or radical change. These are not technical disagreements. This is the security and future of Great Britain. But when you get a former senior intelligence chief issuing a warning about a rising political movement, and he says it's a threat to national security, then the voters need to listen. And I believe they are starting to listen. It's now gone beyond this one by-election. It now becomes policy. We need to stop the Greens. They are the biggest threat to this country since the Nazis in the Second World War. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks very much. Bye.